Well, hey family, this is Darlene. I was sitting here making some bracelets, and I had the thought yesterday to try something because if you guys remember, I bought a bunch of leather because I was going to make some leather jewelry, and I was never able to find the thin scrap leather that I used to use to make jewelry, right? So I ended up with some thick leather. So what I did is I took some of the leather and cut it and then rolled it up to create a bead, a leather bead. So as I was rolling it, I put E6000 along the strip. So as I rolled it, it would, adhere to the leather. So this is what I came up with. I came up with three. And if I like the way these looked, I probably will make more for some necklaces and then maybe even wrap wire around it or find some type of way to decorate the leather bead, maybe like with some type of small stones or something, just to see. But I'm going to try these with a as a bracelet. So I'm going to use the big beads that I painted. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to take my little coconut chip and just bead it. Oh, and then what I was going to do, what I'm going to do, usually, I don't know if anybody else does it, but usually when I put charms on, I'll attach the charm with a jump ring. So I was thinking I'm gonna go ahead and put the charm on. I'm gonna bead the charm with the beads because I want to see what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take one of the leather beads. It went through like really good, so that's good stuff, right? And then I'm gonna take another one of our chip beads. And then I think I want to take another cassette charm, right? And then take another one of these beads. And then we'll do another chip. And I'm so tempted to order some more of the coconut chip beads, but then I have some over here, the turquoise. I got some mustard colored, pretty much almost a whole bag of the mustard. So I'm so tempted to order some, and I'm like, no, just use what you got. You're already trying to do something, so just okay. So I'm gonna do that one, and then I'm going to put another cassette, and then I'm gonna put another leather bead, so we can see what this is gonna look like so far. And if a person likes statement, if they like bulky, if they like big, then this will work for them. So I'm gonna put another chip. And then we'll put another leather bead. I want to do leather bead, so let's see. Bead. I think I want to do it on this side. So let's do, put the chip on this side. And then we'll put another cassette. And then we'll take the leather bead. Goes right through too, just real easy. Okay, so I can already see what that's looking like. And then I'm gonna see how it looks with the charms. If it, if it looks nice, if it doesn't look nice, that's fine. I could always take it loose and then, redo it and then put the jump ring so the charms can hang from it. But I wanted to try something different to see what it would look like. So I'm going to do that. Not bad so far, not bad. And then I'm going to use one of my big brown beads. Put another one on this side. And then another chip. And that's amazing how the hole could be the same size yet. Let's see if this will help it out. Sticking the wire in just to see if I could open up the hole a little bit more. Let's see if that worked for us, and that worked for us. Okay, so we got what we got. And then I'm going to I think I wanted to add maybe these small beads. On here. Oops. Okay, and we got that. Oh yeah, that's a statement bracelet if I've ever seen one. Let me try one more thing. I think I want to put one more big bead on it just to make it a little bit looser. And we will use, let me see, do I have, oh yeah, I've got one right here. So this one, and then we'll tie this together. See what we come up with. I had two nieces over here. When did they come over here? Sunday. Them little ladies just showed up at my door. I heard somebody knocking. And I'm like, who is this knocking on my door? People know they don't just show up at the mansion, right? So when I opened up the door, the cutest little girls were there. And one is 11, and then the other one might be 7 or 8. So they like, well, hey, Auntie Betty, da, 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 da. And I'm like, well, hey, what y'all doing here? We come to see you. And I'm like, so that means you guys want to come in, right? They said, yes. So when they got in here, the first thing they want to do is what? They want to make bracelets. That's the first thing they wanted to do. So I said, okay, well, you guys can only work from, I'm wrapping these like twice and then once. Twice and then once. So I said, okay, you guys can only work from that container, that container, that container, whatever containers that I told them, right? So I'm basically tying this. And I'm going to tie it quite a few times only because it's a really big bead that'll hide the knots. So I said, okay, well, you guys can only, make stuff from certain containers. And I pointed those containers out to them. So they must have been in here for about 2 hours. When I finally seen them, what did they do? They had the bracelets, the cutest little girl bracelets, all made up. And what did they do? They had them in, they took some of my plastic bags and they had literally packaged up bracelets. They had about 10 each and they had them all packaged up. And I said, what are you guys going to do with them? And they were saying, well, we're going to sell them. And I said, oh, okay. Well, let me know how that goes for you. And then I'll buy you, more beads. And then you guys can give me my percentage. And then y'all could just keep selling bracelets. Right? They was like, okay, because we gonna sell these. And I was just like, Lord have mercy. Got the little kids turned out on making bracelets and trying to sell them. Cutest little stuff ever. And they made them like really cute too. Really nice little stuff for them. Okay, so I like the way that looks. Very, that's real different. That's real different. Trying to hide my little bracelet I got on. That's real different. And somebody somewhere will wear this. And let me see if I put it with something else. Yeah, so like if it's on on an arm and you got them nice and stacked, and that came out real nice. And the leather beads, I think, like I said, I'm gonna make more of these. I'm gonna find a way to decorate them. Like I said, maybe put stones on them, put wire around them, then do the little wiggle thing that I do with the wire, so that will decorate the bead, a little bit. So the leather bead is not as plain. But I like this. And I do like the way the charm hangs on here without the jump ring. So that's nice. This how my arm be looking too. When I be wearing my bracelets, I'll be like all blinged out. And I usually will have on a sleeve, and my sleeve might come like right at the top of the bracelets. So you could just basically see the bracelets. That came out really nice. I like that. And it's comfortable. It doesn't feel like it's sticking you, like anything. Very different without the jump rings to hang it on here. You know what? I'm gonna try that with some of the other charms when I make the bracelets. Because did I do that on this one? Because like on this one, you can see I use a couple of jump rings, and it does give it like a little dangle effect. But then with this one, it literally just makes it a part. When I do it this way, string it, it literally makes it just a part of the bracelet. And even if the charms were a little bit smaller, like the ones that I make, that are even maybe something like this, and oh shoot, I could have put some of these on there too. That's okay, I'll do it on there. Oh yeah. Even if I did some of these smaller ones that I make, and put it on just to make the charms a part of the bracelet. I like this though. I really like this. I really like this. And I like to have them all stacked. Yeah, I really like this. Very different. And I can see what I'm talking about. I can actually see the wire, wrapped on this leather, because I got a lot of leather. And I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to do with all this leather? Because it's too thick for me to manipulate to make earrings, or even to shape it and make some type of pendant. It's just too thick to do anything with. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to have to figure something out with it. And I think I did. Probably do a lot of these. And then I got a lot of different colors. So I'll try, some of those and see how that comes out. Oh, but I like this. I like the way this turned out. Really nice. Okay. Well, I'm happy with this one. And then that's the thing. You don't never know what something going to look like once you put it together. I could see, like, how those sci-fi movies, not sci-fi, yeah, maybe sci-fi movies, when they running around in them weird outfits on, like a movie or something. I could see these type of bracelets and like maybe black with brown and some silver, and then that type of thing. Just really sci-fi-ish. I like this though. This came out really nice. Let me put this in here. Yep, that's nice. I like this one. And I think it's Miss Pam. Miss Pam is doing her first big event, she said, on this Saturday. And I just send you absolute vibes of prosperity. And I hope that you do really, 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 really well. And you probably will if you have, I think it's a reggae market. So a reggae event. So if you have a lot of reggae, product, you should do really, really well. And I wish that for you. I hope that for you. Right. And then I got my little event coming up in September. I'm sure a lot of other people have some things that they have planned because it is opening back up slightly. But for me, I know here in California, they got like monkeypox. They still talking about COVID, just all kind of stuff. And for me, by September, y'all already know if if it ain't clear for me to be out there moving around, I'm not going. I'm just not doing all that because I know I've seen a couple of cases where people, of course, the monkeypox is supposed to be targeted towards, people of an alternative lifestyle. That means, gay or lesbian type something, right? But then I've seen cases where people, say that they're not a part of that lifestyle, but yet they still have it. And I'm sure that absolutely happens because you can have a family member, you can have somebody that you're around and stuff. And then for me, I'm just like, if a lot of this stuff ain't cleared up by September for when that event is scheduled, even though and it's in a area where it's just for women, right? Probably about 300 or 400 women. I'm still not going. I'm still not going to go. I'm still not going to go. Because some people are not clean about themselves. Some people's hygiene is not the best. Some people still don't sanitize. Some people still just don't take cleanliness and hygiene, seriously. And just because you dress nice and you look really nice and you look like you're clean, that don't mean you clean. That does not mean that you clean, and then you don't know who a person been around. And I think I had said this in another video. Um, when they started, they meaning when y'all countries started asking people to separate and stay 6 feet apart and sanitize your hands and do all these things, I was already doing that stuff. I don't like sitting real close in with people. I've never liked doing that. Um, and I don't know if that comes from when I first started working in corporate America and you use the bathroom and you see how people go in the bathroom and just go right out. They don't wash their hands or anything. And I'm just like, and I think I was straight out of college. I might have been 23 or 24. And that was my first ever job, corporate America type job, right? And I had did nursing. I was a certified nursing assistant and I was going to college to be a nurse, but then I switched up my major because I was like, nah, I really don't think I want to do it. Shoot, I wish I had stayed in what stayed in nursing, the kind of money they make it right now, right? But you got a chance to see how people were not clean, not washing hands, leaving straight out the bathroom, scratch their head, like never wash hands, like just all kind of crazy stuff. And I just never been that type of person, or even take an open drink from people or eat people's food at the potlucks. Not yeah, potlucks at work and stuff. If it wasn't store bought, I know it ain't a whole lot of safety in that and you really don't know, but it's store bought. Okay. I know it ain't come from none of y'all that I see running in and out the bathroom without washing y'all hands. So if it wasn't store bought, I wouldn't eat it. You know, if people would bring like their own little special dishes, all that kind of stuff, I pass right by it. And then I would get just a very limited amount of food, to make it look like I really wasn't. And I was just like, people just not clean. So I said all that to say, if it's not the closest clear come September, I won't be doing the event because they just got. And then the amazing thing about it is, people just got all that vaccine put in them, all the way up to the boosters, and now people are wanting the monkeypox vaccines. That's a lot of stuff going into people's system. I mean, that's a lot of that. Think about it. That's a lot of chemicals and things going into people's system. just a lot. And I'm just like, people just running like herds of them, just to get that stuff, put in them. But, to each his own. But anyway, I like the way the bracelet came out. I like it. I would wear it. And then I would pair it with other bracelets to give it a really nicer look. But I like this. I love the way it turned out. But anyway, we'll talk soon. And thank you for being subscribers. We got a lot of new subscribers. Thank you for being subscribers and just hanging out. Your comments and just even watching the videos. Just the idea that you guys find something interesting about watching the videos and maybe learning some little tips or whatever that is, because I know there are some people on here meaning YouTube, they've been on here for years. They have like little jewelry making classes in schools and all that other kind of stuff, and I'm like, oh well, good stuff, girl, good stuff. um what I do happens to be unique all the way around, and I'll say that all the time. I'm a bootleg jewelry maker. You know how every neighborhood had a bootleg mechanic or a bootleg plumber? I'm bootleg jewelry maker, and I happen to love the way my jewelry looks. I love the way I make it. The way that I make it. I don't use, if you guys notice, I don't use all the uh, little gadgets and stuff that a lot of people use. And I guess that's, I don't know. I just don't use it because for me, I just don't feel like I need it. I mean, I don't need it. I get the job done for what it is that I'm doing. So, and then for me, uh, spending, wasteful spending. I mean, I guess it's not wasteful spending for people who feel like they want those things. But for me, am I rational? I just can't see the reason for buying it when I can get it done without all that stuff. And I mean, that's just my thinking. I don't need it. So if I don't need it, why would I buy it? And I'm just thrifty like that anyway. Very thrifty like that. If I don't absolutely positively need it, I wouldn't buy it. That's like the cord. If I knew a way that I could put these beads together and create this bracelet without using that stretch cord, y'all know I would, right? If I can glue these things together, right? Glue them all together and it come out like a bracelet and I knew it wouldn't fall apart and stuff. Y'all know I would do that, right? I wouldn't be buying a cord. Shoot, for what? For what? I like this though. And I do dig the way that the charms hang on. I just kind of like that. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. But anyway, you guys enjoy your day and we'll talk soon.